Welcome back to channel. For those of you who do not have an account to buy, sell, and trade signals, you can open an account on the exchange and join the free signals group by following the link I put in the description to receive a lifetime transaction fee discount. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive the latest news and offers and today's information. So to the untrained eye, crypto looks like one giant melting pot of tens of thousands of different cryptos all going up and down together in reality. There are very distinct crypto categories which all have individual bull runs, even when the other ones aren't movie, for example. Metaverse tokens skyrocketed when Facebook changed their name to Meta M coins, took off after Elon promoted Doge, and AI tokens skyrocketed when ChatGPT came out, and one of our favorite crypto categories is crypto gaming. But let's be really honest with each other. What was the NAR native that made crypto gaming pump in the last crypto gaming bull-up? Well, it was Axie Infinity, this game right here, which was one of the first blockchain games where players could actually earn money just by playing it. There was no Elon behind it. There was no Facebook behind it, or no revolutionary breakthrough technology in AI that made the crypto gaming market surge. So if this crappy-looking Axie Infinity game, with pretty mediocre blockchain integration, was the narrative that drove crypto gaming to over a $50 billion market cap, just imagine the gains that are coming when a AAA game with seamless blockchain integration enters the mainstream. We mean mainstream. Mainstream like the top 20 most played games in the world. So in this video, I want to reveal 3 potential mainstream cracking games that are currently being developed that could take this entire crypto category to the moon. If that excites you, hit that like button down below. For me, put on your Lego Fortnite hat and let's jump in. So the first game is new on the crypto gaming scene, and it's called Off the Grid, and it will have 2 very exciting looking game modes. First is Player vs. Player, which they describe as the world's most unhinged battle royale / bash and shoot. Your way through an intense 150-player melee. They also have a Player vs. Environment mode, which they say is taking Battle Royale to a whole new level thanks to their genre-defying story missions. Off the Grid features an immersive 60-hour narrative campaign, which you will take part in as the Battle Royale rages on around. You take on jobs for the video game companies scour a teardrop island for its secrets and help Cobra find the missing piece of his past despite being new. Off the Grid currently have over 880,000 Twitter followers with a highly engaged audience. The project has a great backstory, a fantastic trailer, excellent overall vibe as a really professional-looking website. They also know how to advertise as. They recruited 3 of the biggest mainstream gamers' emphasis on this mainstream narrative to test out their game. It was Dr. Disrespect, Imperial Hell, and Click's video on YouTube of these 3 streamers playing has already garnered over 250,000 views. Now, one thing to note here, for all the games that are going to be in this list, both Steam and the App Store have frowned upon crypto games more than just frowning. They're actually putting rules saying that none of their games may have blockchain integrations, which really dampens the whole going mainstream narrative. Games like Off the Grid are circumnavigating these rules by having a lighter version of their game being able to be played on Steam and the App Store. And if you want the full experience, then you get off Steam in the App Store, and you can actually earn in-game NFTs and tokens. Sort of like when an artist comes out with a clean version of their song to be played on the radio, and then if you want the real dirty lyrics, you can get off the radio onto something like Spotify or YouTube and get the real deal. Now, Off the Grid are not launching a token for the specific game, but instead, for the developer's ecosystem, the token is called Gonzilla Games, Pi, a symbol guns with a Z, and it's set to launch in 2024. They actually raised $46 million in 2022 and just had a pre-sale on their notes. And as your dependable Alex Becker-obsessed YouTube channel, it's important to know that Alex Becker is also a big fan of Play Off the Grid, as well as an early investor. We explore all of Alex Becca's early gaming investments when he makes them inside of our Patreon links. In the description, if you want to join us, takes us to the second project on our list that has the potential to crack that mainstream narrative. It's called Alium, and since the last bull run Aliens evolved into much more of just an individual game, in fact they're more of a gaming studio and are currently developing a variety of crypto games that will be interconnected inside the Ovium ecosystem. It describes it as building the world's first interruptible blockchain game, IBG, including an industrial city builder called Ovium Zero, an auto battler called Illuvium Arena. Now all of these are hosted on the Ethereum immutable blockchain. They say you can join a graphically rich sci-fi adventure, explore 7 dazzling alien landscapes, and conquer the wilderness to uncover the cataclysmic events that shattered Alium and help your crash-landed crew flourish. I've also recently partnered with one of the biggest esports organizations, Team Liquid. And on top of that, they have some strong narratives pushing them along. They have some of the biggest gaming influences invested. They're being built on Immutable X, which, as well as Beam, is a strong narrative at the moment, and the token also been out for ages since the last bull run, and has already seen most of its dilution. Illuvium on ETH is currently priced at $932 with a market cap of $570 million, which is 63% of their fully diluted value of $900 million, and believe it or don't believe it, because it's kind of hard to believe their all-time high fully diluted value of their project at the peak of the last bull run was $18 billion crazy, which brings us to the third potential mainstream cracker on this list, Big Time. Big Time is known for its highly experienced team. The team's background includes work on major titles like Fortnite, God of War, Call of Duty, and Overwatch. They're taking these talents over to Big Night to build an incredible game. Big Time is a multiplayer action RPG blending swift action combat with an adventure set in various periods of space and time. It's free-to-play, focusing on a cooperative gameplay where players join forces to tackle various dungeons spread across the game's expansive universe. The game has garnered attention for its unique blend of fast-paced action and historical adventures, where players can encounter characters like Albert Einstein, Age of Dinosaurs. Pretty unique. Big Time's token is called Big Time and is currently priced at just over $0.55 and has a market cap of $83 million. But take note of this, pull out your pen and your paper, it's only 3% diluted and already has a fully diluted value of $2.7 billion. Although a large portion of this dilution is flowing straight to the players of the game. It's still a really tough project to put your money in when you know 97% of its supply is going to be printed over the next few years, and as you are probably aware, these big AAA games are the ones that are most likely to hit the mainstream, but they're least likely to give us 100x returns, because they already have privately raised a bunch of money that you probably didn't even get access to, and for the ones that have launched, they're already valued into the billion. So instead of jumping in late here, I personally want to make sure I'm positioned in the mid-cap games that have a lot of promise and the tiny micro-cap gems that are still currently undiscovered, because they're going to essentially wait until one of these big AAA games hit the mainstream, and they're going to have a massive knee-jerk reaction. Because the narrative becomes crypto. Gaming is coming, you've already had one crack. The mainstream and all the smaller market caps are going to follow suit, essentially with leverage. But something like Big Time 3X, a tiny little micro-cap game, that's just getting launched 300x. So if you want to get live updates on exactly what we are buying, as well as seeing the tokens that the juggernauts of the crypto gaming world, people like Alex Becca or even Crypto God John, are buying, this is what we discuss, and have software and wall alerts for inside about Patreon. I'll leave the link in the description below for you to join and get ahead of that mainstream.